Lions are absolute beasts, the apex predator in Africa. Yet, these big cats can be reduced to pussycats when they come head-to-head with some small animals in the brutal African savanna. This is a list of 5 animals that are more powerful than the lion. And no, not all of them are humongous monsters. Sometimes, terrors come in small packages. Across the globe, there are several animals that can obliterate the lion, but we would only focus on those that live in the same habitat as the lion. Watch out for the number 1 animal in this video. They are the ultimate killing machine nature has ever produced. The East African lowland bees. There is a chance you have heard of the infamous killer bees. The Africanized honeybees wreaking mayhem in Southern America and southern parts of the United States. They are not called killer bees for nothing. These bees are ruthless and determined attackers. Where did these killer bees get their aggressive nature? Well, the name Africanized honeybee points you straight to the source, from their African ancestors, the East African lowland bees. The East African lowland bees are actually very similar to their European cousins, but they have one of the worst temperaments in nature. Lions hunt in groups because they understand that there is strength in numbers, but the lowland bees understand this even better. While a lion's pride could consist of 30 individuals, the African bee can have a colony of 15,000 bees. A lion that gets on the wrong end of these stingers may not live to tell the tale, because these killers can attack an entire colony. They are also willing to run down their victims for as far as half a mile, a distance that most lions will be unwilling to run. While lions are fast, they are incapable of running long distances before getting fatigued. There have been cases of lions getting attacked even without provocation. One such case was captured in South Africa's Hadahadi Transfrontier Park when a handful of bees swooped down on a pride of lions trying to take a nap near a waterhole. The lions had to retreat, but not before they got some painful stings even up their nostrils. They were fortunate that the aggressors were only a handful of bees and not the entire colony. The African bee, since its introduction to South America, has been responsible for over 1,000 human deaths, so you know they ain't kidding around. Next on this list is the zebra. It is ironic that the zebra, which is one of the lion's favorite prey, makes this list. How is this possible? The problem with zebras is not a lack of strength, but of wits. Lions rely on wits to be able to kill zebras. Luckily for lions, the zebra almost always falls for the lion's tricks. The reverse is the case when a lion's strategy does not work, which could mean death for the lion from the very hoof of its prey. Zebras, just like horses, have very large muscles that power their runs. This is especially true for the bulky muscles of the hind legs. With this package, they can deliver kicks with a force as high as 3,000 pounds. For comparison, most average humans can only punch at 400 pounds, while professional boxers can get a knockout with a hit of 780 pounds. The lions stand no chance if a zebra's kick connects properly. The best it can hope for are some fractured bones. A zebra has been recorded to kill a 600-pound or 250-kilogram lion with a single kick to the body, though the most lethal jabs are those to the head, which could spell an instant death, or a broken jaw, which would certainly lead to the lion's death from inability to eat. Now, get ready for the African honey badger. This fearless creature looks like a cross between a black bear and a wolverine. They are sturdy, smart, and savage. This is the only animal that can single-handedly face a swarm of angry African bees and walk off as if nothing happened. In fact, they go about looking for beehives to raid for honey. That is why they are called honey badgers. You can be sure that an animal this badass would be too much for a lion to handle. In the wild, not all battles are won by scoring a kill. Sometimes the goal is for an opponent to back down. This is the case for the antagonistic relationship the honey badger has with large predators such as lions. Its game plan is not to kill, but to fearlessly stand its ground until it has its way. Honey badgers are about the size of bulldogs, but with much smaller heads, and can weigh as much as 30 pounds or 13 kilograms. They have very dense, short fur on top of their thick skin. Their necks are particularly well protected with flexible, dense skin, which is a headache for any animal trying to get them by the jugulars. For attack, they have sharp teeth and long, pointed claws. The honey badger has been documented standing its ground against lions and getting them running. Maybe not for dear life, but to have peace from this vicious fighter. It's worth mentioning that these animals are so invincible that they regularly snack on venomous snakes such as cobras. The honey badger is not all brawl and no brain. As a matter of fact, they are the mammals with the biggest brains proportional to their bodies, and they are actually very intelligent. Next is another heavily built animal, the Cape buffalo. This tank on 4 hooves is responsible for killing the most numbers of hunters killed in Africa. Even with a gun, you are not safe from this beast. Injuries from a shot that is not well placed does not deter these 1,900-pound killing machines. They will continue to charge toward their target, with full intention to kill. Lions sometimes foolishly target Cape buffaloes, most times unsuccessfully. Most successful kills are with young or injured members of the herd. Just like lions, the buffaloes also move in groups, and they watch out for each other, meaning other members of the herd would strike at any lion that is attacking a member of their family. Cape buffaloes are so powerful they can flip jeeps weighing several tons like pancakes. So throwing a 600-pound lion over 8 feet in the air is just another day at the office for them. This buffalo is notorious for its short temper. They are very vigilant and unfriendly to intruders. Their mantra is to attack first and never ask questions. The moment you are in their territory, they are instantly primed to charge to kill. Their pointy, colossal horns can grow up to a meter tip to tip. Backed by the power of the bull, these horns almost always deal a fatal blow when they hit their marks. At the top of this list is the Nile Crocodile. This is the perfect killing machine. So perfect that their design has remained unchanged for the past 200 million years. Take a minute to appreciate that. They have practically survived several eras and are still on top of the food chain. A predator that ambushed dinosaurs that came too close to the water banks would have no problem tackling lions that are just a mere fraction of their weight. The Nile crocodiles are one of the heaviest reptiles on Earth, only second to the saltwater crocodile. They can reach lengths up to 20 feet and weigh as much as 2,200 pounds or 1,000 kilograms. These prehistoric reptiles have been recorded attacking full-grown elephants, taking a bite off their trunks. Confrontations with lions are very rare, not because crocodiles are shy from attacking lions, but because the lions avoid them at all cost. This is smart because a lion stands no chance against an adult crocodile, especially near a water body. The Nile croc can bite with a force of about 5,000 pounds per square inch, the strongest bite of any animal on Earth. This is a lot of bite for an animal with 64 pointed teeth that can grow up to 4 inches, the same length of the lion's canine. But the lion only has 4 canines. With their vice-like grip, they can pull animals much larger than lions, such as zebras and wildebeest, into the water where they drown them. They are also famous for their death roll. Once they have an animal securely in their jaws, crocodiles engage in an aggressive roll that could cause severe damage or dismemberment of their prey. These crocs are so feared that they actually pursue lions and steal their kills away from them. The African savanna is an unforgiving place where only the toughest survive, and not all battles are worth fighting. Even the almighty lion knows this, and it does its best to avoid the ferocious animals in this list.